Yeah, just go to my live. And then I'll keep you guys on here. Right, right, right. All right. We're gonna switch over to the members. I'm not gonna add you guys, but we got some. I'm gonna just mute on here, and then just work through it. All right, we got new members. We got Wallow and Connor joining us. We got Pablo, who won first place last year, Devin second, and myself third place. Having issues with the collab cam, so we're just going to move forward without that. We're going to go ahead and move over to the next section.
Yeah, Road to Glory, Fantasy Football League. That do sound like a football story about some fucking slaves. Road to Glory. They fought racism, segregation, and football in Mississippi. So you got a 12-team fantasy football league. Pablo is first place, the cocaine cowboy. Devin, number 2. That's fucking gay as hell. Devin, are you gay, nigga? Dom is third place. Dom, you get dominated. That's why your name's fucking Dom. Then Adrian, Steve, Richard, Hector, No, Connor, new member, Adam, Amanda. What kind of fucking names are these? This shit is dumb as hell. Wallow. Cowboy fans, ugh. Broncos, Minnesota Vikings. Why don't y'all just start a fucking Tea Party club or golf? Like, because this is dumb. Road to Glory Fantasy. Just a whole bunch of white people. Goofy white nerds fantasizing about tall, muscular, in-shape, sweaty niggas. This is a form of slavery. This is like virtual slavery. You get to pick your favorite nigga, and then he gonna score touchdowns or tackles or catch some fucking touchdown passes. Or maybe he's gonna pass or run a whole bunch of yards. That's what the fuck this is, virtual slavery. And you niggas need to do something else. Start a bacon club, have a yard sale, have a fucking orgy. Just do anything besides fantasy football, you fucking fags.
All right, fantasy football is back. Road to Glory Fantasy Football League is back. Football in general is back. I was just watching week 0. I was just watching Kansas State fuck me over in a game to Iowa State. But that's neither here nor there. But that is how we know that football's back. And that brings me back to Road to Glory Fantasy Football. Guys, let's fucking get into this thing. I need to do a few shout-outs first. Pablo, first last year. Devin, second last year. Dom, our hallowed commish. Third, let me shout out the rest of the crew. Adrian, Steve, Richard, Hector, No. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Maybe it's Noah. I apologize sincerely if I didn't get it right on one of those 2 tries. We got Connor, Adam, Amanda, and Gualo. Okay? Guys, this is our squad, and we are fucking back. It doesn't matter that fucking Devin and Pablo and Dom obviously dominated the league last year. Gualo, Connor, No, Hector. It could be anybody's league this year. Okay? It can be absolutely anybody. So it's a new, fresh year. Let's go out there and do what we need to do and win this fucking thing. But let's get into some of the stakes, guys. As we all know, $200 buy-in, $100 waivers. First place gets $1,000 plus 60% of those waivers. Second gets $500 plus 25% of the waivers. Third, $250 plus 15%. We got a $35 weekly high score, $55 most wins, $55 unluckiest loss, and $50 first arrest. And now I am going to throw it over to none other than Joey Coldcuts for your draft order.
All right, we got a big-time cameo going out to an absolute group of degenerates, 12 living legends looking to etch their name into fantasy football history, and that would be for the Road to Glory Fantasy Football League to come in as the 2025-2026 Fantasy Football Champion, something that, you know, we all dream about as little kids, and you know what? Quite frankly, very few of us actually accomplish. And so that's why I'm going ahead and giving the draft selection order for you guys. And you know what? I don't take that lightly. This is a big-time league made for big-time players, made for big-time plays. That's right, a $200 buy-in. We all know the deal, 100 waivers. First gets 1,000 plus 60% waivers. Second, 525%. Third, 250 plus 15%. We got $35 weekly high score, $55 for most wins, $55 for unluckiest loss, and $50 first arrest, or $50 gets to keep to first. We're going to make this thing epic. It's already a league that, quite frankly, if someone drops out of, I'm going to be chomping at the bit to join. And I think that you guys are going to have yourselves a day. I mean, we've been waiting for fucking football for what seems like an eternity, and now it's here knocking on our door right around the corner, which makes us all winners. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and read out these names from 12 to 1. And keep in mind, if you do get banged, I apologize. It is what it is. I can't give first overall to everyone. Just keep in mind, you do not win your draft night, or you do not win your championship on draft night is what I meant to say. I fucked it up, but as per usual, that's par for the course. So without further ado, here we go. And the number 12 seed, the ultimate bang job, last place in the fucking draft, first place in our hearts goes out to Richard, my guy. You've been banged. At number 11, we got another guy who just can't find a lucky break to save his life, can't win a bet to save his life. And you know what? He finds himself at the number 11 seed. That would go to you, Hector. At number 10, we have Steve just trying to find some way to fucking make the playoffs this year. And you know what? At 10, it's not going to be easy. At number 9, we got No. That's no chance for a good draft pick at that spot. Number 8, we have Adrian. Adrian! Good luck to you finding some value at 8. You're going to not be in a great position, but you know what? I believe in you. At number 7, we got Connor coming in hot, and he's coming in heavy. Hopefully he can find something at that 7th spot. It's a kind of a tricky spot, but I do think he can find some value. Number 6 now, we go to the top tier of the draft. We have Pablo. And by the way, before I say anything, tip of the proverbial cap to you, my man, the reigning champion of last year. And while a lot of people talk smack and say they're going to go ahead and win their fantasy football league, very few people actually accomplish that. And you, my friend, had the balls to put on the line, and you took it down. And for that, you deserve a fucking big-time acknowledgement. Now, number 6 pick overall this year, can you repeat? I don't know. Everybody's going to be gunning for you. Best of luck to you. And number 5 slot, we have Adam, who's just happy to be here. And number 4, we have Devin. Devin fought, scratched, clawed last year, came second place last year. And you know what? Some might say with a couple of bounces that went his way, he could be reigning champ. But you know what? You got a top 4 pick. You got a new year ahead of you, and hopefully some new confidence to strike fear in the rest of these league members' hearts. And number 3, we have Amanda. And by the way, she might be the biggest fucking dark horse out of all of you guys to go ahead and win this thing. So best of luck to you. You got yourself a hell of a pick. And number 2, we have Dom. The commissioner himself came 3rd last year. And you know what? This young man's chomping at the bit. And you know what? Some might say, oh, that's biased. It's not biased. It was a randomized order. But the fact that this guy has to deal with you degenerates and fucking clowns week in, week out, it's like running a circus. And this man needs to be fucking acknowledged for the work he does just to keep this league up and running. And I acknowledge you. And you know what? You got yourself a 2nd pick overall, which means the number 1 pick this year goes out in the Road to Glory Fantasy Football League to none other than Gualo. I hope you pick a player better than your name, because my God, that is horrid. I feel so bad for you, but I don't, because you got the pick of the litter, so it all evens out at the end of the day. But boys, girls, and league members, let's go enjoy this one, right? Football's back. We've waited so long, and thank God, and thank baby Jesus in the manger, we don't have to watch any more baseball because, my God, that sport has absolutely taken our shirts off of us in the last couple months. It's been a fucking nightmare. So we're all winners at the end of the day. I hope you all have yourselves an incredible draft night, one hell of a year, and let's sit back, let's watch some football, and let's enjoy.
All right. I don't think I need to go through the league settings anymore. Joey and Ticket went through everything, but we'll go through again. 12-man team league. Random draft order, which Joey Colcuts just did. PPR. We got our fab waiver with a $100 limit. $100 will be used for the waivers. If you don't use it all, you'll get your money back at the end of the season. We made some changes to the lineup. So you got a quarterback, one quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, one tight end, one flex, which can be a receiver, running back, or tight end, a kicker, and a defense. Bench was decreased to 5 instead of 6 this year. Top teams, based on the record, will enter the playoffs, and that'll be determined by sleeper. Playoffs start, I believe, week 15, and then it's going to be a 6-team playoff with the first and second seed getting both the buys. The payouts, first place $1,000. You guys already know the deal, so it's there on the screen. So we should be good to go there. One thing for the busted though, your player needs to be on your roster for it to count, and they need to be put in handcuffs. We also, it can be defense too. Again, needs to be on your roster. Now we're not going to do any questions or answers or whatnot because that's going to mess everything up. But let's see if I can get the guys and everybody in here without fucking it up again. Stand by.